WCB Podcast, your source for all things Chicago Blackhawks and everything hockey. With your host, Jarom and Tanner. Let's do it. Jarom and Tanner.
All right, it's another edition of the WCB Podcast. It's Jarom. It's Tanner. What's up, bud?
Oh, no. Hitting the slow time of the year now.
Yeah, we took a week off. You took a little family vacay, and
yes,
I don't think we picked a better week to do that because there's literally all the news came out. The few things we were going to talk about came out yesterday and today, and one of them isn't even like a big deal. It's just schedules. But
yes,
how was the trip? Let's start there. How was your trip? How was it getting away from everything?
It was fun. I mean, just hung out with family in a different state. Went, to a water park. Went to batting cages. Went to a roller rink. Just pretty good.
Nice. So while you were away, Kyle Davidson was busy working on a big contract. Not that it was one that was already, pretty much spelled out, and all I had to do was sign it. Announced today, Anton Frondell, Hawks' third overall pick. You maybe heard of him. Signed his entry-level deal. So he's official a Chicago Blackhawk.
Yeah. Fucking starting first line, whatever Bedard's not playing.
I still love that quote. That needs to go on a t-shirt. Just whatever Bedard's not playing, and then just the back Frondell, whatever his number is going to be. I don't think we know his number yet.
I don't know.
I think he's 11 over in Sweden.
John Madden's number?
Oh, yeah. The shirtless wonder.
Yeah, dude.
But 3 years, just your typical deal, 975 cap hit. I'm sure there's a bunch of
performance bonuses.
Yeah, performance bonuses.
Yep.
Ben Pope clarified today too. According to Frondell's agent, the plan is still to go back and play next season with his club in Sweden, the SHL. But
plans change.
Plans do change. You've mentioned it after after the draft episode that he came out and said that he's going to come out into training camp and earn his spot on this team and make the team out of training camp. So never know.
Yeah. I would love to see if he, I know the Hawks aren't expected to do much, but I don't think that they would put him in a position to be like, we might as well use you, right? Like they'd have to be probably blown away by his performance in order to keep him on the NHL team instead of just letting him mature another season in the SHL.
Yeah. So there's three.
If he's there, then it's like, oh shit, we're in for some good shit.
There's three options for him next season. You got NHL. He is eligible to play in Rockford. But more than likely, I'm sure it was probably discussed with, his agent and all that kind of stuff that if he doesn't make the Blackhawks, he's going to get loaned back out to the SHL. And you brought up a good point on why going to the SHL is probably the best move for him before we started recording.
Oh, it's probably because the SHL's a little bit better of a league than the AHL, I would say. It's extremely competitive. There's a lot of, I guess it's the biggest thing is the AHL has become more of a developmental league for those guys trying to crack AHL rosters, where the SHL is full of guys that are really just competing to win a championship. Mm-hmm. Former NHLers, guys that didn't make the show, but anything those guys are grinding and they're playing top level hockey in Sweden. They're not really, those teams aren't full of young guys that are okay, we're going to be working on this from now on, trying to get your skating right. It's if your skating's not right, then they probably don't have you on the team.
Right. I mean, he's playing, like you said, he's playing against men. He knows he's playing with, I don't know if he's still on the team, but last season he's one of his line mates, I think, was Marcus Kruger for a little bit.
Yeah, I think so too.
Ever heard of him?
Yeah, Marcus Kruger was also his roommate every once in a while, apparently, on the road.
So it's like he's getting just enough like knowledge out there in the SHL as if he would be getting out here, but I think I'm trying to, because he's already played in the SHL and he knows what that league is. He's set up to be more of a walk right into a bigger role out there.
Yeah.
Where I feel like coming back here and getting assigned to Rockford, he would probably start off the season a lower role, not getting quite the minutes that he probably should be getting. And there really isn't anybody in Rockford that you would want him learning from. Like the Hawks don't really have those like AHL guys that, you know, they had the long history in the NHL and they're just finishing up their career, you know, down in the A, getting that couple paycheck. Like it's young guys, like you said, developmental. So there's really no benefit for him to play Rockford. And quite frankly, I don't know if there's a benefit for him playing NHL this year.
Like, is it gonna be like Brett Seney is gonna show him the ropes in the AHL? Like, I don't think that's gonna be the case. The biggest thing with the AHL and like the guys that we're trying to develop there is the fact that like the Hawks have like closer eyes on them, and you know they can pull them up to the NHL if they need to. With Frondell, I think it's going to be more beneficial for him to be around like a guy like Marcus Kruger, which is, it may sound crazy, but like one of the best defensive centers that the Hawks had during the Cup era. And it was like,
that's crazy to say. Why does that sound crazy? It's like
I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. It's like,
I mean, he was what he brought to the Hawks in those Cup years that he was a part of was huge. Like you can argue that. I don't know, you can argue that I don't think that they wouldn't win those cups without him, but like he took the help make that path a lot easier for them to get it by playing those shutdown minutes and those shutdown situations that him and those lower, you know, role guys played.
Yeah, I guess in two of his years he had Selke votes. They weren't many. He finished 30th and 34th, but he was on the like nominee list, I guess.
That's all. Hey, that's all that matters, man.
Yeah, what's what happens when you become a shutdown center and you do your job right? But yeah, like even, well, I mean, other than just learning from him in that situation, like, you know, the defensive side of the puck, but also like learning how to win. Like Kruger's on 2 cup teams, like he knows how to win, and he's been in Chicago, so he tells them all about it. It's just exciting shit that he gets to be a part of. Go ahead.
I'll say Ben Pope did like an article kind of talking about, there was a couple things. We'll talk about Oduya in a second, what he had to say about Frondell, but since we're talking about Kruger, they're just kind of talking about like, you know, what he sees about him, and Kruger says that it's so noticeable that he has the whole package. He can skate, he can shoot, and he can really shoot it. He has great hockey sense, but during this year, it was the confidence that grew, and that's why he could in some games really dominate. So it's like you're going from the 16, 17-year-old kid. I'm not sure when his birthday is and where he falls, but it's like
he's 18.
So he's 18. So 17-year-old kid last year playing against men, and you have a 35-year-old two-time Stanley Cup champion, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
2-time Stanley Cup champion talking about how noticeable his just all-around skill is, and then you got like you could see the confidence building him to it. Dude, look the fuck out when he gets that chance, man. Holy shit. If that doesn't get you pumped up, and if you're still questioning this pick, like, first off, that's all like he was best available at 3rd overall. Like,
yeah,
cry all you want about, you know, wanting Misa and all that. Like, yeah, I would have fucking loved Misa, but you can only take who's available when you get there.
Yeah, like you can't force a trade, and you can't make somebody be available when they're not. Like,
well, yeah. So going back to kind of what Kruger was saying too, Frondell dealt with some injuries in the fall, and Kruger said that he was the best player on the team in February and March. So you get some consistency going. That's key time. That's playoff time, baby. That's when when the games really matter and rolls. I don't know how it works in Sweden or anything like that, or where they were at, but it's
Plus,
just,
I mean, if you're probably building confidence to that point, if he ends up being the best player at that point, it's probably just a confidence thing.
100%. That's all that matters. But what really got us excited, was the Johnny Oduya comments that Ben Pope included in his article.
Yes.
Oduya, Swedish, if you don't know that, also a 2-time Stanley Cup champion. Don't know if you knew that.
Didn't know.
But he was asked about, Frondell's personality. And he just pretty much says, well, when I meet young players, I tend to look for the eyes on fire and the need and want to succeed. And that's really cool when it's connected to his skill and hockey sense and all of the other stuff that he has. He also, oh shit, where was it? Here it is. He goes, Oduya also says, in many ways, Anton has a lot of characteristics Marian Hossa had. He's a very down-to-earth individual that has this light appearance, but he's still really hardworking and doesn't take himself too seriously. He knows that what he can deliver. So, for all you fuckers complaining about this, we just drafted the second coming of Marian Hossa.
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, right. Okay.
That's all I heard. That's all I heard.
Then, apparently, Oduya also described him saying there's a difference between cocky confidence and humble confidence, and he really has the latter. And then the director of scouting, Mike Donaghy, he said that when they first found out about him was when he was 16, and his biggest issue was skating. But they saw how far along he's come. That this is my favorite. It's his Donaghy's quote is just, Anton is power. and then he says he's lower body heavy, almost like Jonathan Toews skated. He's just power coming through the middle of the ice. So he's got Hossa characteristics and skates like Jonathan Toews. Fuck, that sounds great.
Just give us the next 20 Stanley Cups.
Yeah, that'd be good. It'd be so good.
I don't know why this picture
it's so funny though, because him answering those questions now, where they're like, "Are you basically the Hawks version of Alexander Barkov, who's Selke Trophy winner?" And he's getting compared to Toews and characteristics of Hossa. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. So he's literally just a Selke prototype. That's that. Now we have one.
Yeah, dude. If he can take a little bit of Toews, it's like I just picture fucking Pineapple Express when they're talking about the weed, or it's like he names 2 weeds and they have a baby, and then these other 2 weeds they have a baby, and those 2 babies meet, and that's what Pineapple Express is.
Yeah,
that's what I kind of feel like right now. It's like Barkov and Toews, and then Hossa. We just need that other person, and then
somebody randomly just goes he's got a little Bergeron in him. It's like,
but it's just but it's like, man, if you can get that type of player, and we've already I know we've talked about this before in the pre-draft episodes. The comparison stuff is so stupid because you never know, and it's just all that. But it's what it's good for is setting that guy that blueprint of okay, you want to kind of see what kind of player he is. This is what you kind of got to look out for. This is what he does similar to this player. If he can pick up a little bit of all 3 of those guys, dude, come on. Are you there's no way you can tell me you're not excited for this kid to be in the Indian head sweater in a year.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick. I'm pretty excited about it.
And then
it's plus this kid can just fucking rip. He can just rip.
I want to see him and Bedsy have a shoot off.
Yeah.
Because especially if you saw that video, listeners, that went viral Saturday night, Sunday morning, we posted it on our social media too, but of Bedsy just flick of the wrist, and his little flick wrist shot is harder than any shot I think I've ever taken in my life.
Yeah. It's the toe drag that doesn't really fully drag, because about halfway through he just turns his wrist slightly and the puck's in the net.
Psych, in the net.
Yeah, it was stupid. Like
I told you when we were talking.
This kid was supposed to be working on his skating this summer, and all he fucking done so far is figure out a new way to shoot the puck. What the fuck?
God damn, dude. I don't know how people are so negative about this team. Like everything just
Because everyone's so sure that the Sharks are better.
Oh god, do we want to talk about that?
Fucking eat a dick.
There was a okay, so what we're talking about is I couldn't find the article on Hawks Reddit. Somebody shared like a little screenshot that the Athletic did, and it was like I don't know who voted on this, if it was a Athletic like team writers or what it was, but they asked who was going to be the worst team this upcoming season. And the Hawks had 47% of the votes. And then everybody else, I think the closest was the Sharks at like 26%.
That's hilarious.
I don't understand. Like, I understand.
Have people looked at the Sharks roster?
Like, what is the difference from what the Sharks are doing and the Hawks? Like, literally, they're doing the same fucking rebuild. The only difference is that the Sharks went and did their free agency like the Hawks did last year, this year.
Yeah.
And they just signed a lot. They just signed guys to 1-year deals instead of the Hawks signing the 3-year deals to like Teravainen and Bertuzzi. And even when the Hawks did that, I think those signings were better than what the Sharks did. Like those are players. Teravainen is an awesome pickup. That was a great move. Like I'm glad we got him. Bertuzzi, it was a gamble, and so far it hasn't hit. And maybe with Blashill coming in and familiar can't say that word right now. Being familiar with the coach and the coach being familiar with him, hopefully something clicks a little bit better. But it's like, tell me, Tanner, what is the difference between the Hawks and Sharks?
I have no fucking clue. It's like everybody always praises the Sharks for all the moves that they're making, but none of this makes sense. Like this team is dog shit. Like they finished dead last year. Like I know the Hawks weren't great, but like the Hawks changed their team and like looked really good at the end of the year because they got so much younger. What did fucking San Jose do? They did nothing. And then in this offseason, they went and picked up shit. Yeah. They pick up Jeff Skinner. They pick up Kurashev, who couldn't fucking play a third of the fucking season last year because he was just so done. They pick up Ryan fucking Reeves. They pick up Adam Gaudette. They go out and trade for Nedeljkovic. They pick up Dmitry Orlov. Which it's fine because he's a good player. I just don't understand why he would go there on a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
They pick up Nick Leddy off of waivers, and then they fucking overpaid John Klingberg. And so I'm just confused at how the Hawks are going to be worse than this team. And I think maybe people just assume that because the Hawks defense is young that they're going to be bad, like young equals bad. But that doesn't make sense because if the Sharks are so good in their rebuild, where's the defense prospects? They have Sam.
I can't name. Yeah, that's the only guy I can name is Sam Dickinson.
They have Sam Dickinson. That's it. The Hawks have players that have, let's say, because I'm going to include Vlasic, so I'm going to say under 150 games because that really includes him because it's literally 150 games. He's second on the team for defensemen in games played under 150. Yeah. Vlasic, Rinzel, Levshinov, Korchinski, Wyatt Kaiser. You got Crevier, who's a solid third pairing seventh defenseman. Ethan Del Mastro, another third pairing defenseman who's really fucking solid. You got Nolan Allen, who's another one. Like we have all of these guys here.
We have too many defensive prospects.
And then people are like, "Oh, well, the Sharks have Celebrini and Will Smith and William Eklund." It's like, okay, that's a cool 3 guys up front, and like Michael Misa is going to be good too. That's 4 solid forward prospects. Awesome. That's so cool, guys. Where's the rest? What else is filling out this roster? Because we have Bedard, who's better than all 4 of those guys. Nazar is going to probably, I think, be better than Will Smith and William Eklund. So Celebrini might be better than Nazar, but we'll see. Fucking Frondell is going to probably be same level as that William Eklund. What else? We got Oliver Moore, one of the fastest fucking skaters in the NHL. Like, that's going to be insane. what we got Vanacker, we got Mason West, who could be massive. We got Nesterso, who's gonna be massive. Sasha Boisvert, who was just the fucking rookie of his conference, rookie of the year for his conference, and now he's going to
EU, who's gonna get even more fucking time and is gonna probably have a nice deep playoff run in the Frozen Four this year.
Yeah, dude, fuck out of here! Like all of our, it's the thing that drives me crazy is people think that we absolutely need like a top 6 like winger right now, right this second, in order for Bedard to be good. That's not true at all. And I don't think people understand how having a player like maybe Sam Renzel playing from the start of the year throughout the whole year and his offensive capabilities that he can add and find players like Bedard, or Bedard find him and he finds someone else. There's going to be more points going around. Nazer is going to be fucking on fire. Hopefully his confidence stays from like the end of the season in that World Cup, but like our World Championship. It's just like I don't see it. Plus, let's go fucking talk about goaltending too. Everybody's like, oh, Askarov's the best fucking all this shit. Dude, Askarov has how many games played? He's played fucking 16 games in the NHL. And he's 23. He's played 16 games in the NHL. And who the Hawks have? You remember who they got?
They do. San Jose did draft that Ravensburgenberg or whatever you say his name, who turns out to be 100 overall in NHL. So there you go. There's another reason why they're so much better than the Hawks.
We have Spencer Knight, who's 1 year older than Yaroslav Askarov. And Spencer Knight's played close to 80-something, 90 games. You're going to tell me that Askarov...
Stanley Cup champion.
Spencer Knight's a Stanley Cup champion, too. But, like, you're going to tell me that Askarov is... like, he could be better, but he has, like, not the resume that Spencer Knight has. Spencer Knight made his made his fucking NHL debut at, like, 19.
Yeah. And you know what? He maybe his growth maybe got stunted a little bit because of that, and he's taken a little bit more too. But I mean, look at what he was doing last year with the team in front of him with the Hawks. You know, like there's no reason why the Hawks should have been involved or close to those games and winning some of the games that they did. And Spencer Knight brought them and willed them to wins in close games. And you could see that first time that he got that tool belt, you know, after a win, and you could just see him like, you know what, doesn't matter. You know, we're going to fucking come out here and win. We're going to play our best, you know, to win. And this is just like, he was just pumped to be here. And like, if that doesn't get you excited. And then on top of that, you got Drew Comesso and I always forget his first name, but Gajan.
Adam.
It is Adam. Okay. Yep. Adam Gajan, who are two guys. Comesso, people keep saying that he should be the one or the backup this year, but I think he's better off this type of season in Rockford again, playing number one minutes. We have Soderblom's going to get a 1-year deal probably after arbitration. You have Boursois still potentially. Who knows what's going on with him? But Gajan is, I think, playing Minnesota Duluth, and there's a lot of people just hyping up. Is it Minnesota Duluth?
I think it is. Otherwise, it's like, I think it's Minnesota Duluth.
I know it's in Minnesota. I know it's not you Minnesota.
It's Minnesota Duluth.
But he's getting a lot of high praise too, and it's like, so you're coming the next 3 to 4 years, like you're gonna have a decision where you're gonna have probably 3 guys that could potentially be the number 1 guy out here. So it's like that right there. I feel like the Hawks beat the Sharks in the rebuild there. And
dude, I forgot about fucking Roman Canceroff too. Just tearing it up in the KHL. Like he'll come over and be like a Kaprizov light.
It's like, here's the thing too. It's like the Hawks. Everybody thinks that the Hawks are tanking for McKenna. They're not tanking.
No,
they are in the rebuilding and they're not rushing it. They are at the point of seeing what they have. So they can reevaluate next offseason and make the moves, because I'm telling you, I've said this since we drafted Bedard, and I still think it's true. Once Bedard signs that contract extension, green means go. They're going to start making that push. And it might not be a deep playoff run the first year, but you could sure hell bet that they're going to be pushing for that wild card or even that third spot in the Central Division. Like, things are going to change in the next year. It's just you got to be patient and just let it happen.
Yes.
And we could still win first overall and still put up 75 to 80 points in the standings and see real growth and still win still draft top 3.
Yep. I just like when you hear this is what they currently have for the defensive lines right now. So for the Hawks, it's Vlasic, Rinzel, Kaiser, Levshunov, Del Mastro, and Murphy. For the Sharks, they have Mario Ferraro and Timothy Liljegren, Dmitry Orlov and John Klingberg, and then Muhammadalin and Letty. It's like,
I don't know. Like, what would you rather have? Would you rather have the young kids getting experience and playing, or the land of misfit toys and guys
the guys that are all on 1-year deals because they're clearly being shipped out at the end, like at the trade deadline?
It's just, I don't know. And I try not to go towards it, but it's like the Hawks hate it is legit. Like, that is a true thing. And it's so frustrating because it's like, I can understand if people have legitimate reasons to be like, no, the Hawks, they suck because of XYZ. But everything they say, it just contradicts like what is actually going on, Yeah. Like, that's what drives me insane. People saying that we have a bunch of busts, like Korchinski's a bust and Oliver Moore isn't developing correctly. How was Oliver Moore not developing correctly when he's played 6 games in the NHL?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
It's stupid. It's so stupid.
Let these kids fucking play. Give them a year. Like, Rinzel was a freak of nature. Like, I was not expecting him to come out and play the way he did when he signed with the Hawks and made his debut. I honestly, hands up if you thought he did or you were expecting that from him. But it's like, but that's the situation that the Hawks are in right now, is that you don't know what we have until we put them in the situation.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be able to put them in the situation if you backlog the team with overpaid vets who you just want here because you think they could potentially be a good wing option for Bedard.
Yeah, that's just so stupid. Let's see. I'm just looking at. Could you imagine if people were calling like Duncan Keith a bust because he was drafted in 2002 and didn't play a game until the 05-06 season?
It's
like, that's 4 years.
Yeah.
It's Korchinski was drafted 3 years ago. He's already played a full NHL season because of necessity. One because it wasn't going to be beneficial to him to play in the WHL. 2, he couldn't fucking play in the AHL.
Yeah, the new CBA, we'll talk about it when we wrap up with NHL talk, but like the new CBA, the new rules should be the Korchinski rule because he got fucked, and confident that really screwed his development with pro hockey because it's like you said, too good to go back to juniors, not good enough to be playing NHL. Where would that be? The development league for the NHL? Nope, you can't play there.
Yeah, and then
you're too young.
It's just crazy to me that people are like, he is like, his growth is stunted. He was the fucking AHL All-Star MVP. Like, what do we fucking? He's only 21 years old. Like, fucking relax.
Because they see the Carr and Quinn Hughes and like all these guys making the jump pro and winning Norris trophies and being a huge factor out there. And you know what? We call those guys freaks of fucking natures because like that's realistically not going to happen. I guarantee you, like, this is something we should do. Like one episode is like we should come into an episode and look at all of the top defensemen right now, and see how long it took them to actually like make their break into the NHL and actually contribute. And because I guarantee you, more are going to be more of the Korchinski timeline,
Yeah.
than the Quinn Hughes and Makar timeline.
Well, you know what's interesting is like the Quinn Hughes and Makar, and I mean you can even say Adam Fox, like that timeline. Those players were better prepared because they went NCAA.
Yeah,
That's my biggest argument right there. Is like, is CHL defensemen have a tougher time adjusting to the pro
where did
game?
Makar go to NCAA?
He went to Denver,
Oh shit!
didn't he?
No, I thought he was juniors because he was like a low level junior. I thought.
No, he was NCAA because remember with the 2018 like Team Canada scandal, they mentioned it wasn't any NCAA players.
That's right. Yeah, he did play a season. I think that low level junior.
Yes,
there was a whole joke.
The BCHL.
Yeah, because there was a guy. Who was it? Was it McKinnon? That was like,
McKinnon.
we just drafted a kid from this league. Are you kidding me?
Oh, he played at UMass. That's what it is.
Okay.
So yeah, he went
colors.
from the AJHL, interesting, to UMass for a season or 2 seasons, and then to Colorado.
Yeah,
but he was drafted. Was he drafted out of there? That's hilarious.
Here's the other thing too that like it bugs me because it's like, oh, it's a Hawk player. Like, I don't know if you've seen all those memes where it's like,
he was drafted out of the AJHL. That's what it is.
Yeah,
and that makes more sense because then he went to UMass. But that's further.
He was drafted out of that, but then played NCAA. Okay,
yeah.
But have you seen those memes where it's like the good looking guy talking to like the secretary, and she's like, "Oh, so sweet," and then it's like the fat guy. So another example of this meme, essentially, that I don't understand is people to call in Korchinski a bust.
Yeah,
but then proceed to get on Luke Hughes' dick.
Yeah.
What has Luke Hughes done that different than Korchinski?
He hasn't played any time in the AHL.
Except he plays for a fraud of a team that pretends that they're a legitimate contender for the Stanley Cup and then proceeds to.
But even Luke Hughes is from the NCAA too. So like I'm telling you, like NCAA defensemen have an easier time adjusting to the pro game than. That's like Sam Renzel, dude, and Brock Faber. Same thing. It's just, I'm telling you, those high-level NCAA defensemen have an easier time adjusting to the pro game. Zeev, yep, over the CHL guys. But that's what you got to take into account. It's not like the CHL defensemen are bad. It's just it's going to take them a little bit longer to adjust.
It's got to say something too about the NCAA versus CHL because of all the guys jumping ship. McKenna jumping ship. Now Porter Mortone's thinking about jumping ship.
Yep. Jackson Smith is going to be playing at Penn State with him. And I'm sure that's going to be great for his development because then he's going to end up in Columbus with fucking Zach Werenski, who is another NCAA player.
How long did he take to develop? You know what I mean? Like that's another guy. Like I know he's NCAA, but again, we're both proving a point here. Like if you go NCAA, you have a better shot at getting ahead of it. But also like those type of Werenski is one of the most underrated defensemen in the league. Yeah, and it's taken him how long to get to there? You know what I mean? Like it's not like okay, you're 20, you're 21, like you should be a Norris candidate every year now. Like it's just
drafted 2015.
And this was his first, like, legitimately, like, really good season. He's had good seasons, but
he's been super solid. But he jumped to a point per game this year.
Yeah,
he's fucking awesome. He's 27, so fucking good. It was Seth Jones was holding him down for too long.
That's a Stanley Cup champion, Seth Jones. God damn it!
I'm trying to think of like what's some other like high first round CHL defenseman. Like I can't like the only one I can think of right now is like Aaron Ekblad. And even Aaron Ekblad, like people shat on him for being even
They
though he
shit
won
on
a
him again
Calder.
for taking so much money off the
too.
table by re-signing.
Yeah. He won a Calder, but like I don't know. He was a little different because he's a huge fucking guy.
What was that draft class that he won the Calder in? I can't imagine it being too deep. What years he drafted?
Where or when? What
No,
year?
when. I know where he was.
2015?
Was it 2015?
No, 2014. Sorry, it's 2014 entry draft. I'm just trying to go to see who came close in that Calder race. In that Calder, it was Aaron Ekblad, then Mark Stone, Johnny Gaudreau, Philip Forsberg, John Klingberg, Mike Hoffman, Kevin Hayes, Michael Hutchinson, Anders Lee, Jake Allen, Bo Horvat, and Adam Lowry.
And a lot of those guys that you're like, oh, those are big names. They didn't become big until down the line.
It's actually kind of crazy that he won the Calder considering he had 12 goals, 27 assists, 39 points. It was a plus 12. Mark Stone had 26 goals, 38 assists for 64 points. And Johnny Gaudreau had 24 goals, 40 assists for 64 points. And Forsberg had 26 goals, 37 assists for 63 points.
You remember when Washington traded him for Erat?
Oh, that's the best. It's really kind of crazy that they gave it to him just because he's a defenseman, I guess. Maybe he was.
Voters don't like Ottawa, and Johnny was too small, and they didn't want to really make that be a norm. Like they don't want to give the tiny guys any hope that they can go on and do big things.
Yeah, I guess because Mark Stone was 22, Gaudreau was 21, Forsberg was 20, so they're like, oh, this 18-year-old getting it done on the fucking blue line. Let's give it to him.
For Florida. But
all right, I don't know. I can't think of any other like high CHL defensemen that like make an impact immediately.
So just to put a bow on this whole argument about Hawks versus Sharks, the Hawks are automatically better because our first overall pick won Calder.
That's true.
Didn't theirs not even come in second?
I don't know. Did he?
I thought he finished third behind Wolf.
He finished third. That's right.
Yeah. So Celebrini. Fuck you. No, I was telling you this earlier. Like I feel so bad because it's like I like Celebrini.
I think he's really good.
I know I have nothing against him, but I'm openly cheering for him to get 30 points this year, like in an 82 games a season. Like I hope it's not because he gets hurt.
Will be hard.
Here's
a good example. Sorry, I just found one. Brant Clark, drafted 2021. He was drafted eighth overall from the CHL. This season was his first full season, really, of NHL action at 21. Like, was he a bust?
Yeah, well, they're trying to trade him.
That's kind of dumb. I don't think so.
Why they got to make room for more Corey Perry's and Cody Cece's on their team?
Got to get that Cody Cece in there. I don't even know if there's like any other. My nose is like running. Oh, it's so annoying. Jamie Drysdale, 6th overall, 2020.
Refuses to play in Philly.
I think he's just had injury issues, really.
No, refuses to play in Anaheim? No,
it's just Anaheim traded him.
Oh, no, who am I thinking
Cutter
of?
Gauthier.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, never mind. Wrong guy. I don't know why. I just remember he got traded. This whole Zegers connection again in Philly. That's what it was. Okay.
Let's see. Any other CHL guys I can think of? Bowen Byram.
Just signed a 2-year deal.
He played
Stanley Cup champion.
Oh, this is all fucking weird though because his first like actual he didn't have like a full season. 19 games when he was 19.
He had the concussion
30,
issues.
Yeah, 30 when he was 20, 42 when he was 21, and then played 73 total when he got traded 2 years ago, and 82 last year. Also, crazy that they're just like, let's sign him to a 2-year deal, and then he can just walk because that's what's gonna happen.
Buffalo's gonna Buffalo. I mean, what are you?
I mean, they'll trade him. Like he's got no
It would be
trade
great
protection.
too. Is they
He's
give him
still
a
an
full.
RFA.
I know it would be so funny if he's like they somehow found a way to give him full trade protection too. And I was like, you fucking idiots. That totally would just be a Buffalo move.
That would be hilarious. Oh, here's a good one. Thomas Harley, first round, 18th overall, played his first full season last year at 22 years old. Solid player, real good. But I wonder if they were saying he's a bust because he wasn't doing shit at 20 and 21.
All it took was him getting rejected from Team USA and to find a spot on Team Canada for him to really turn it up.
Dude, it's just Canada reached out because they knew he wasn't doing anything.
It's so fucking.
But yeah, so
now he's gonna be an Olympic athlete this year.
To Korchinski, everything's gonna be fine. Just fucking relax.
Give the kid a break. So yeah, Hawks awesome. Sharks suck.
Yep.
Celebrini, go kick dirt. Connor Bedard is gonna make you look like a bitch. Just kidding. Celebrini, if you want to come to Chicago.
Yeah, you can come hang out with Gavin McKenna and Bedard.
So, last really thing for Hawks talk here.
Wait, before we continue, I actually just had a real quick question. If we get Gavin McKenna and we also get Connor McDavid, does Bedard have to legally change his name to Connor McBedard?
I don't know. Isn't there some like loophole there since they're technically cousins?
Or does Gavin McKenna have to legally change his name to Connor McKenna?
Just all three of them are just McJesus.
Yeah.
They're all just Jesus. Like Jesus Bedard, Jesus McDavid, Jesus McKenna.
Yeah, that works.
Dude, don't even like talk about NHL 25. Last episode we said like people gotta stop playing NHL 25 and like making their roster moves. Let's play NHL 25 for a second here. Fucking first line. Fucking McKenna, McDavid, Bedard.
Yep. Why not?
Then you got Kaprizov.
You don't need anything else.
Kaprizov, Frondell, Nazar.
Jesus.
And then you use the bottom six for all of our young guys still trying to get their foot in NHL because really you can play the top two lines 30 minutes each.
Oliver Moore, Ryan Green.
And then
we have our football players on the fourth line.
Yeah.
Mason West and AJ Spellecy. And then you're gonna have one of them play center, and then we'll have Roman Canceroff just also fucking just sniping from the fourth line.
Or we could get really crazy and we could just leave our defenseman as is, and instead of replacing Murphy, you just throw another forward out there. Just a nice two-way forward.
Yeah. Could happen. It could happen.
The more I see about Mason West too, I'm excited to see what this kid can do. Like I know he's way down the line.
Yeah, he's at least 2 years out.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I wonder if he's gonna be. Well, I wonder if he'll be at training camp or if he's gonna can't do it because of high school.
Yeah, he's got classes. I don't think he can be at training camp anyway because he can't sign a deal. He's committed to Michigan State.
I think NCAA is a lot of, or is it just development camp?
I think it's just development camp.
Okay, that makes sense. So
I think preseason training camp is CHL / guys under contract.
Sorry, Kyle, I can't come out to Chicago. My parents say I got to focus on school this week.
Yeah, because we never saw like Oliver Moore or we didn't see Boisvert last year.
Well, I know that was, but because I saw because those guys were at development camp this year, like NCAA guys were at development camp this year, so I wasn't sure if it changed for.
They were at development camp last year too.
Were they?
Yeah, Oliver Moore was there.
I don't remember that. Okay, I don't know what I'm thinking of then. Whatever. So, let's wrap off hot stock here.
Yes.
The last really news that came out yesterday or no Monday when this was it's released. Hawks will play game 1 of the NHL season. 4:00 Central Time puck drop against the defending Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. So the Hawks once again will get shoved down everybody's throats for a quote unquote special game.
A national game.
Yeah. And hey, ESPN. So if all you ESPN Plus users can still watch them, probably be the only game you'll be able to watch this year unless they're on ESPN more. Unless you're paying $200 for fucking Comcast for just to watch the Hawks.
Eesh. Let's see. So a few years ago, they opened the season against Colorado, who had just won the cup, which is annoying. And then the year after that, they had their home opener against Vegas, who had just won the cup. A few years before that, they had the season opener against Tampa, who just won the cup. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wish we could stop doing that.
So, yeah. So that game's October 7th. The rest of the schedule is being released when you guys are probably listening to this today at noon Central Time. So we will know all 82 games. It is the last, at least for 4 years, the last 82 game season in the NHL. And the reason why that is because, as we mentioned earlier, the new CBA has been agreed upon with some changes, and it won't go into effect until the 2026-2027 season, as the current CBA expires September 15th, 2026. But we'll just do a quick couple of like changes. So minimum salary increase. So pretty much goes up 50 grand every season. So first season will be 850, then 900, 950, and then $1 million. Contract limits will also drop by a year. So now free agents can only sign 6-year deals at max, and your pending free agents can only sign 7 instead of 8, which I think is great all around. And deferred salaries will no longer be allowed. So Frank Furtado,
Toronto's
deal is the last time that is going to be allowed, at least for 4 years. Entry level maximums for cap hit, which is salary cap plus signing bonus by draft year. So 2026 is $1 million, 27 is $1 million, 0.025, 0.075, 0.125, 0.175. And max ELC minor compensation for 26-27 season, it's 87,500. 2028, 2029 is 90,000. 30 is 92,500. Let's see. This is an interesting one. Too. Retained salaries cannot be retained twice. Salaries cannot be retained twice, and I think once you retain on one salary, on one contract, it can't be retained again for 75 games. Regular season days. Sorry, regular season days. So if you're looking to do the double, Nathan or Mikko Rantanen,
you can do that
situation with the Hawks. You can't do that in that.
I was gonna say, because you can still double retain, and technically it would just be like they have to basically play with one team that's gonna retain on them for
75 days.
Yeah, for 2.5 months.
Let's see. Draft rights starting at the 2027 draft. Age 18 will expire on the 4th June 1st afterward. So what is that? 2031 would be when their rights expire. 19 and older, they expire the 3rd June. If NCAA rights expire the 30th day after Central Registry is informed that the player is leaving college hockey. Starting 2026-2027 season, players with 0 NHL games experience will be required to wear neck protection. E-bugs.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. E-bugs are gone in the traditional way of no more Scott Fosters, no more Zamboni drivers, no more college students, that just happen to be at the practice, filling in. You have to, all teams will have their own, cannot have played any NHL game under NHL contract, cannot have played more than 80 professional games, cannot have played professional hockey in the last 3 years, and cannot be on another team's reserve list or RFA, which is interesting. That'd be hilarious to see like Drew Kames or Soderblom this year. They can't come to an agreement, so he's going to go be an e-bug for somebody else because he's technically an RFA. That would be funny. Let's see.
Well, I mean, it's still pretty cool. E-bug's still
it's the best thing, and it's the coolest thing because it's like everybody compares it. It's like, can you imagine just a baseball game? You run out of pictures, so you just grab a guy that's been like just sitting in your bullpen, like just in case like comes up, and he comes up with like a 30-mile-per-hour fastball and just get fucking taken out. Here's the Kevin Torchinski rule I was talking about.
Yes.
NHL clubs will now be allowed to send one 19-year-old junior player to the AHL. Yeah, junior eligible player to the AHL.
Yes.
So it's a start. It's only one, but it's a start.
You probably only have one. Any team would maybe have one. Not even all teams would have one.
Yeah. Well, you could look at like San Jose, all these explosive forwards.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it could be like, no, Misa's 18, so that wouldn't be the case. Yeah, it's just that would have been great. It would have been good. I'm just confused on how like Shane Wright had like an exception.
Yeah, I still don't understand how that one happened, but playoff salary cap is now a thing. So the team, you're allowed to have as many guys as you want on your roster, but the team that takes the ice has to fit the salary cap, whatever the salary cap is that season. And some people went back and look at it, and everybody complained about the Vegas Golden Knights the year they won the cup. They would have been cap compliant with that team
for that year.
Yeah.
Weird.
Let's see. Some other just notes.
Cap compliant.
I don't know. I saw somebody post. Like, I saw a few posts of people going through saying like, "Oh yeah," because all the teams that they were complaining about having it, the Vegas was one of them that I saw a lot that people were like it was compliant, unless
they're lying.
They were going based off of the current cap.
Yeah, because it
just
was
being dumb.
They were like 10 million over.
Yeah. The last couple notes. No more dress code.
Bunch of fucking people trying to gaslight everyone.
Players must dress in a manner that is consistent with contemporary fashion norms. So Austin Matthews still can't go and be like the fucking weirdos, Justin Bieber and all the weird NBA guys that come in weird fucking outfits, but you don't have to wear suit and ties anymore. And this is an interesting one. No player shall be involved in any endorsement or sponsorship of tobacco or cannabis CBD products.
Gay.
Yeah. So
that's a weird, but like whatever. Like they're just trying to make it look like a cleaner image kind of thing.
Yeah, but still, sports betting is okay.
Yeah, because it makes them money.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Oh, now I know why the Sharks are better than the Hawks. Joe Thornton got named, hired as a player developmental coach in San Jose. There it is.
Speaking of coach hirings, shout out to my my buddy that I played Chicago Blues with growing up, Connor Allen. First of all, he's played 7 games in the NHL. That's not it. But he just got hired as the skills coach for the Edmonton Oilers.
No shit.
Yeah. I was literally browsing like elite prospects yesterday, and on the left side where they have like trending players, I saw his name and I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, he hasn't played in like a couple of years, and then it's like, oh, he's got a like a coaching page, and then I saw that it says like for the upcoming season he's the skills coach for the Edmonton Oilers. I was like, no shit, that's awesome.
So if they win the Stanley Cup this year, finally, we know who's doing it really was.
Yeah, that's right. Got him in shape. It's
you
just,
talk to
can
him
you
at all?
imagine? No, I have no idea what
Oh.
his phone number is. It's just like I played Chicago Blues with him when I was like 10 years old.
Gotcha. Okay.
It was like 25 years ago. It's just I know who he is.
Yeah.
But it's just so funny because you imagine being the skills coach for fucking Connor McDavid.
I know. I was just gonna say you should text him and be like, you need to go in there and you need to like, just pissy
You're doing it all wrong.
Mark your territory, put Connor in his place, get him really pissed off in Edmonton, and just send him our way.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be so good. He just like behind like everyone's back. He's like, so this fucking Stan Bowman guy, right? Kind of a scumbag, huh? Like, what do you think?
Yeah. God. They also brought Michael Aiden as their goalie coach.
Oh, for Edmonton?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Because that's going to make the difference for Stu Skinner.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, all right. You got anything else?
Gavin McKenna is going to Penn State, which we talked about, but that's going to be sick. I'm really excited about all these NCAA players.
$750K.
Is it 750?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's pretty sick. Do it. But like
I fucking hate college sports.
The CHL is going to end up being a developmental league for the NCAA.
Yeah.
Like, dude, NCAA hockey is going to be sick to watch this year with like a bunch of these CHL kids jumping over. And also, I'm just so confused. Like, I guess, yeah, the money is like helpful, but like, I didn't know Penn State had a fucking hockey program.
Oh yeah,
like a decent one.
Olchek was like, I think Olchek's son is like a big part of that.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't know if he was he was a player there and something like there was something with Uddy Olchek in Penn State. Okay, but yeah, they're becoming a big deal. They got major backers.
That's good. I mean, more competition is always good.
Yeah. I mean, look at too. It's like Western Michigan won the national championship last year. Like, and they don't. And the thing is, they really didn't. I don't think they had any big name prospects or anything like that on their team, and they still pulled it off.
I don't think that they. I think like the guys that were basically done with college, like, didn't have a team to go to and probably just signed contracts.
Yeah, they had a good that's the perfect example of like the right team, throwing the right guys together. They all gelled, they played right, and it's like nobody was a superstar.
I don't know if this isn't okay. I know this. They have guys that are signed to NHL contracts, but I don't know if they were signed there. Oh, here we go. So this guy has his rights with the Rangers, rights with Buffalo. Sorry, I'm trying to think. Right. Oh, he's this. I don't know if this guy would have rights.
You're not making a good case about rights with Buffalo. That's not saying.
Yeah, I know, right? This one guy is signed with Philly, but I don't know if he was drafted by Philly. It doesn't tell me. On this page, one guy is unsigned with Pittsburgh. Fuck.
Bless you.
One guy's unsigned with San Jose. It's really like there's like four guys. Like, I don't know. It's fucking weird. I wish it was easier to tell how many guys actually had.
What's going to be easier to watch this year for non-Comcast people? Hawks games or college games?
College games, easily. I can watch college games on Hulu. On ESPN Plus. All right, let's wrap it up. My face wants to like melt.
I tried to wrap it up, and you added McKenna in there, and that got us on this tangent again. With
I know,
hockey, so that's on you. Don't say it like I'm the one holding us here.
I know. I'm excited because the other thing I talked about at work was it's gonna be hard for people to do their fucking McDavid, Crosby, McKenna comparisons because he's not going to be putting up CHL numbers. If he puts up CHL numbers in the NCAA, I'm going to be like, he's going to be the greatest fucking player of all time.
You know what I really hope? The Hawks finish like 5th, where they get the 5th overall pick, and McKenna goes to college, and has exactly like a normal season, and it makes people turn off of him like it did Higgins. So he goes and he does exactly what he was supposed to do. And people are like, oh, well, he underperformed, so we're going to slide him down to 7th.
Yeah. I don't think that'll happen, but we'll see.
Just people are stupid, but.
Yeah.
All right, episode 327. I think we discussed this earlier. Anton is power. Ooh. All right, make sure to follow us on your favorite podcast feed, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, the big two. If you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're listening and you prefer to watch it on YouTube, go subscribe to the channel, like the videos, comment. All that helps the algorithm, get us out there to more people. That's all we want to do. We want to get more Hawks fans watching us. Social media at WCB Podcast, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one.
So guys, bye.
Thanks for listening to the WCB Podcast. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast. To connect with Jarom and Tanner, check out the boys at WCB Podcast on all social media. We'll see you next time.